Hey, this is Ross Payne with Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing Heart, the City Beneath, Descending Derelictus, episode 7. In our previous episode, our brave delvers, they went to the Redcap Grove, impressed the druids and gained entry, and then they messed around and found out. And then they traveled to the Black Raven Lodge, where the blinded hunter gave Rakk a quest to forge a weapon, to create a weapon capable of killing the Black Worm.
And I said, okay.
Yeah, and it's like, that's fine, true. And definitely no strings attached to that. It's totally cool and normal. So, one thing to keep in mind, though, you're not going to be able to return to Derelictus this session, but you will be able to heal. You can heal not just fallout from havens, from haunts at various landmarks. You can also just remove stress. You can exchange resources to heal certain types of stress. Not every haunt, not every landmark will be able to heal every type of stress. But the one you're traveling to, the tower, will be able to heal multiple types of stress. And to be nice, I'm going to say each of you has an extra D6 haven resource of coins and bric-a-brac you can trade for
stuff that we scavenged from the lodge.
So
they didn't need it anymore.
But yeah, you didn't need it anymore. So but you need to get to the tower, and that is a 6 delve away. And the tower will grant you access to tier 2, and in tier 2 you'll be able to find the bunker, the train station where you can message the conductor. It's called Hang Station, by the way, and other such places. So so as we begin, you have prepared to leave, as you have taken shelter, what meager shelter you can, from the ruined building, the wind-swept, cold building. And I assume Sir Garanhon, Vermissian Knight, not really a sir, he's just Garanhon, is leading the
I have to earn, sir. Yeah. I have to earn my knighthood.
So, give us a delve check. This is going to be desolate. Yep.
Anybody have that?
But delve obviously works, so yeah.
Okay.
I do.
You have desolate? Okay.
As a matter of fact, I just picked it up.
Okay. Well, if you want to lead the way, then Valant, you could, if you have delve and desolate, you would get 3 dice total to roll. But unless you have any delving equipment, you would only be rolling a d4.
I do have delving equipment, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
He's a little unreliable, which means that if we roll badly, then it's bad for him, and he'll skitter away for a little bit. But
you can't use him for the that's right. But yeah, let the spider take the lead this time. So yeah, go ahead, Valanth. Roll 3d10 standard difficulty, and you're on tier 1 right now, so it's only well, we'll see what happens if you fail.
I don't need the R. I should. Yeah. One of these days, I will remember how to make DiceBot work.
One day.
DiceBot is a cruel mistress.
9, though, you definitely don't fail. The spider is quite eager to lead the way as you go through these desolate, rocky, wind-swept plains in the depths. So go ahead and give me I assume it's a D6 you're rolling with the spider, or
let me take a peek and double check, because I do want to make sure. I don't often use him for this, because that unreliable tag does scare me just a little bit for reasons. See.
Oh, it's a D8 actually. Curious.
It is a D8.
So yeah, go and roll. But he is unreliable. So yeah. Them's the risks. 6?
Nice.
All right.
Okay. Right there.
Yeah, he is quite curious, and he's quite eager to lead you to...
Oh, who's a good spider? Who is the bestest spider? Yes, you are.
Probably
somewhere.
I bet that's who it is.
So you head to the tower. The tower is, as you go near it, you actually see it from quite a distance away, because it's heavily lit up. It's a thriving community. There is a 30 stories tall tower. Takes up the entirety of the vast cavern in which it was built. There are multiple levels, 30, obviously. And you can see people moving about. It doesn't look like it's still like there's a lot of room for expansion or like for people to move in. There's enough lights that you can tell there's a lot of people there, but there's a lot of dark windows in the various floors of the tower. You can see there's a lot of empty space or unoccupied rooms. But yeah, there's people coming and going, and it actually looks rather, pleasant. The architecture of the tower itself actually is very uniform. It is very mathematically precise. Some of you, a very rigid structure, very regular, and
I'm not entirely sure I like this. I mean, most of our places have been much more, what's the word I'm looking for? Non-Euclidean?
Yeah, I'm usually more comfortable in buildings without that many walls.
Or
and
eyeballs.
with, a number of angles that are just eye-stinging. This place, it looks too, what's the word?
Rustic?
Ordinary.
Well, everyone, I'll say for free, you all know that the leader of this place, the mayor, and builder of it is a high elf named Ventrex Brings the River Close.
I don't like him.
Her. She is the leader. But if I'll give everybody one chance to know something else about the tower, or Ventrex. You just let me, Garanhon, what skill do you propose to use?
Discern. So to see if there's any information from basically my travels or local hearsay or rumor that has come up about the tower itself.
Discern really. That would be looking at the things.
Or delving for the information. So that's walking around exploring.
I would let you. I would give you some things with discern.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll give it a shot.
Discern plus Haven or Warren.
I do have Warren.
All right.
2-5. So I don't think that's gonna. Wait. Was it 6 or above? Okay.
Yeah. 6
so
or above.
2 5s.
Yep.
Nothing.
Okay.
Sorry. It's like this is a mystery to me.
It's been disturbingly, lack of rumors. It must be boring. So, Outis, there are people coming and going. So you could, if you had a social skill, you could try and or sneak. You could eavesdrop on people.
I do have evade.
Yeah, I don't know how you're going to get evade,
but I don't have sneak now.
Yeah.
I'm not useful with people.
You could also discern if you have that.
I could try. Let's see. 8.
8. Okay. With an 8, this community is about 15 years old. It's been surprisingly stable. There have been, in fact, you do know that there is a physician to heal wounds. There is a bar. There is a chapel to restore that people pray to restore their luck if they've had a bit of bad luck, i.e. restoring fortune. And there is a market where you can buy supplies. So there are numerous haunts you could use to restore blood, mind, fortune, or supplies. But yeah, that's all you can figure out with a base success. That's all you know about the relevant things. Rakk.
Eace.
Do you want to try and figure out anything about this place? Actually, you know
Warren?
what? I'll give you a hunt check.
Okay. I like hunty.
Uh-huh. And Haven or Warren are the domains of this place.
I have both.
Okay, well, you only get one, so you get 3d10.
Yay! I like things.
Yeah. Go and roll that beautiful theme footage.
9.
Okay. The structure of the building reminds you of a... obviously, the architect was influenced by hive insects. Not just bees, but termites, and, mound building. There's a bit of gnollish geomancy influence on the architecture. There's the whole thing to you realize that there is an occult significance to it in harmony and stability, which also reads to you control, and somehow you get the sensation of a antlion pit. Like once you go in, you can't come out. So you get an uneasy feeling about the place.
I don't like this place.
I told you.
No. Valanth?
I think we all know that I am going to be the sneaky one.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a sneak, and that's Haven or Lawrence.
Let's see. I do have Haven, so that's 3d10, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, you were unsuccessful in your attempts to eavesdrop without people noticing you, and
these people are racist against Drow. I knew it. I freaking knew it.
No,
Ignore me.
It's actually quite diverse. The community actually has a number of Drow.
Nope, racist against Drow.
Okay.
I have spoken.
Okay.
I think it's just kind of universal that people don't like other people breathing on their necks, quite literally.
Yeah.
I don't breathe.
So
then how are you
I husp.
standing?
So as you pass in, you realize there's an open. The ground floor is for traders and travelers. So, like I said, there are numerous haunts if you want to restore stress to any of your, any of those four categories: blood, mind, fortune, or supplies. That would be a way to do that. Otherwise,
I could use a little more blood.
yeah.
Not disturbing at all.
Okay. So you.
Oh, come on. Who couldn't use a little more blood?
Yeah, I don't have enough blood.
It's always good to have a little bit extra.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty good at mine right now, although half of mine has been replaced with certain lubricants for, the bones.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Outis, you head to you ask around, and Jessamine Duval, spider-blooded midwife and physician, is actually able to see you. She says, "Yes. What seems to be the problem?"
Oh, I just I got sort of banged up on the road.
Oh yes, I can see. Yes, awful. I assume you have some sort of way to pay for these services and supplies that I am to give you.
I mean, I guess if you insist.
Okay. Yes, I do insist. Unfortunately, well, you're a traveler. If you're a resident here, it would be free.
Ah, that's interesting.
Yes, but take a load off here. You can lie down as I treat your wounds. It's a very nice office. It smells very pleasant. It is warm. It's actually quite light, and there's actually in the distance you can hear harp music being played. And you look over the healer's office is near a park where there is an open air musical performance. Just some people playing various instruments.
Interesting.
And some people listening. So, you can exchange up to a D8 resource to heal that, to roll that much mini dice.
Most of what I have is drugs, but I do have that D6 Haven stuff that they
do you want
didn't
me to
need
roll,
at
or do you
the
want
lodge.
you to roll? Or do you want to roll?
You go ahead.
Okay.
My D6 is over there.
Okay. I'll let
By
you
which-
re-roll that.
That's all I need. I only have 2 blood damage.
All right, so you heal that. Now give me an endure plus occult check.
That sounds bad.
Dear.
I don't have endure naturally. I have occult, but I don't have endure.
Okay. Well, you can roll 2d10 then.
Alrighty. Do. 5 and 6. So succeed with stress.
Mm-hmm. You take 1 mind stress. What does that put you at?
5.
All right. The stress that comes when you get up to leave, as you were so relaxed, it feels genuinely stressful to leave this place.
Oh, that's a bad sign. But I'm going to ignore that for now because I got other things to do. Actually, before I go, Dr. Midwife person,
Yes.
Is there anyone around here that is like a mad mystic scholar or mage or maybe a small library or something? There was some information I was looking for or to ask someone about or whatever. I'm new here, so I don't know where to start.
Oh yes, we have quite a number of scholars here. They're on one of the upper floors, of course. Go to floor 13, I believe, and ask for the research library. It's not the most extensive library, but we have the dedicated staff there. Yes, you can ask there.
Cool, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go find the others.
All right, was anybody else wanting to use a haunt?
Yeah, I was wanting to go to the chapel was to, or the temple was for redoing, for gaining back fortune, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a little bit low on that. So.
All right, what kind of tithing are you going to use those D6 coins?
Yes, I will. So, putting a particular stamp on each of those just to mark more or less my thumb imprint with the gauntlet.
Okay, so you go to the let's see here, the compact chapel of our glorious lady to pray and meditate, to restore your fortunes and to be at peace at once. And yes, there's incense in the air. There are other priests and acolytes praying. There are pews and meditation chambers set up. What does Garanhon praying look like to us?
Just because praying, at least as for Vermissian side, is literally to relieve pressure. He puts himself as far back into the temple as he can, where there's either an open window or doorway for ventilation, and is literally letting off steam pressure valves off of the armor.
Okay.
So, as a token of basically trying to unburden oneself by literally relieving pressure.
All right, let's see how you do. That restores 2 fortune.
I'll take it.
Yeah. And go ahead and give me an Endura plus occult check.
Nope, nothing.
Okay. So if you fail, that is going to be 3 mind stress. What does that put you at?
3.
All right.
Of course.
Oh dear.
So we'll go ahead and wipe that as I rolled a 3.
That's cruel.
It's Dicebot. We've already known this is a
Dicebot hates us.
Yeah.
Dicebot does hate me.
Can we keep Alistair not?
Dicebot hates us and loves low numbers.
Let's see here.
As Ross silently chooses the form of my destructor.
I'm gonna choose Shaken. Freeze until one of your companions gets you. You are frozen as you suddenly have a panic attack. It's like, what are you doing with your life? Why are you risking your life for this? You should just stay here, give up the armor, and become a priest here, and meditate on life's problems rather than go out and get consumed by the heart. If you go out, you just have this immense sense of doom coming. So you just freeze. So that's immediate. So that'll just that'll end as soon as someone comes to get you. But that may be a while. So
did I really need to replace my bones?
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that chipmunk was right. Oh God, what have I done with my life?
What have I been doing with my life, and specifically my bones?
My bones.
So, meanwhile, Rakk and Valanth,
yes,
you two are wandering around. Outis and Garanhon went out to recover a bit, to recuperate. Are you two embarking on these services, or are you just people watching until they get back?
Didn't he say I could heal 1d6 when we started?
Yeah, because of your core adventure ability. Every time you get a minor advancement, you refresh 1d6 in something.
Okay, I'd like to. I forgot to roll for that.
Okay, go ahead and roll. What are you healing in?
Mind. I took mind damage last time.
All right, go ahead and heal that. How much did you take?
I think I had 4.
Okay.
But no fallout, just stress.
Yeah. All right, so heal
That's
2 of
two.
it. Yeah, so you have 2
Fuck
left.
you, Dice Parser.
Yeah, Dice
Okay,
Bot just knows what game we're playing and knows what to give us.
Oh yeah.
All right, so
I'm kind of people watching. Just
there is
enjoy.
a bar, there is a pub you could go there to drink.
Like actually, like I'm people watching. Then I see that like, well, that now has all my attention.
What do you see that grabs your attention?
The bar.
Okay, yeah, there you go. You go to the bar. It's a canal-themed bar on the ground floor. It's called the North Docks. There is a canal actually adjacent to it. They do have some. There's a stream near the community. It's a water source that they use for trading with other havens and haunts in the region. But yeah, there's a good number of people there, both local and traveler. And it seems right. Yeah, it's actually quite a nice pub. Slash
Rakk.
Yeah.
Rakk, this place is not our usual. It looks a little too fancy for our tastes. I don't trust it. I don't trust them. These racist bastards don't like drow.
You don't know that until you talk to people. Here, let's go see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go right up. Like, excuse me.
How racist would you say you are? Scale of 1 to 10.
I must. I'll go to the bar. The bartender. He's like, normally the places I go to, I just start ordering swill, but this place strikes me as something more sweet libation. Am I right?
Oh, we serve all times. We actually have some swill in the back if you want some, but perhaps you want something a little lighter and brighter on the tongue to take the wear and tear of the road off. Yes,
I do. I'm looking for something a little sophisticated, something to tickle the palate in several different ways.
Well, we have 2 of our local special drinks. If you want something truly light and refreshing, we have the Mermaid's Kiss. And then if you want something a little...
I once kissed a mermaid. That was awesome.
Excellent. But if you want something a little heartier, we have the Lighthouse's Hearth. It is a stout. It is quite heavy, but it'll keep you warm like the hearth of a white lighthouse.
Is it cold here?
No. I mean, it's actually pretty nice, but yeah. For you, I mean, you have fur on. It's probably a little cold outside the building.
Okay, says, yes, I would like it. Yes, the light and refreshing. The Mermaid's Kiss sounds delightful. One for me and one for my friend.
All right. He, the barkeep, goes and makes it.
Too bright in here. Just
there is a booth in the back that is a little darkened. I'll
tell you what. Yeah, you go claim that dark booth back there.
So
you be comfy.
The Mermaid's Kiss is served in a light green glass. It is a clear drink. It is effervescent with a citrus twist.
With garnish?
No. But it does have salt on the rim.
Ooh.
Like a mezcal margarita, a little bit, but lighter and refreshing. And just
I'll sip one ooh, that is delightful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Many thanks.
It's sweeter than mezcal for sure, but not overwhelmingly so. It's just right.
Okay, and I drink it with my pinky slightly extended for some reason.
Of course. So if you want to recover mind, here you could spend D6 coin to recover D6 mind.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that.
Okay, well, you're doing that. Are you also doing that, Valant, or are you just going to be nursing that one drink the entire time you're here?
Going to be mostly nursing that one drink and staring at everybody who comes anywhere close.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
With the occasional hiss at...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can definitely do that. So you're not going to be recovering any mind. But Rakk, go ahead and roll a D6 to see how much more of your mind you recover and spend that D6 coin. Haven it. All right.
That's the rest of it.
All right, now give me an Endure plus Occult check.
I don't like this place. It's too bright. It's too cheery.
Oh yeah.
The people are being too, what's the word? Nice.
All right, with a critical success, you fucking realize, oh yeah, there's definitely some kind of magic here to encourage people to stay and become residents. But yeah, you're fucking fine. You saw it coming. You're a cleaver.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna put you at ease.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna put you at ease, Valanth, by saying like enjoy your drink, and I want you to know there is some shady shit going on here, so you should feel better.
I knew it.
It's kind of silly. It's magic to encourage us to stay and become residents, like we're going to do that.
Those bastards.
I mean, it's a good.
Those absolute bastards. Why would they?
Well, it's a good grift. You have to give
How
them that.
dare they?
Like, this is a really delightful drink too. You can taste the flavors. It's just, it's like
Flavors in my mouth.
like, wow, you're really bringing things down here, man.
So
you know what? Like, you're just it's the light outside. You're stressed, aren't you?
More than a little. I would feel a lot better if I had armor nearby to interpose between me and where the hell is Gerhard?
Like, well, I'll tell you what. Like, if anyone tries anything, I'll rip them apart and bathe in their blood, and then and if I have a hat, I'll give it to you.
Aw, I think that's the nicest thing you've said to me all week.
Like, well, you're a good friend, and I look out for my friends, especially when it involves bloodshed.
No.
Hugs.
I feel better.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's right. That's right. The hyena psychopath is being happy.
He is. He's very happy. So meanwhile,
that's because his mind's at rest.
Meanwhile, Outis, his mind is at rest. He's fine. He knows what the problem is, and he can definitely get through it no matter what. Outis, you get to the 13th floor. There's people, working and living, and just it's the most peaceful place you've seen in a while. Perhaps ever? No, that can't be right. Surely there's a more peaceful place you've seen before.
I mean, that first little cult compound that we found and then stole that book from seemed pretty chill.
Yeah. This is more organized and more secure than them. They were barricading the windows with pews, remember?
That's true. They were doing that.
Yeah. So, but you do find the library. And the library has if there's a librarian there. He's like, yes, how can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for information on Infovores.
Yes.
We want information.
We have very limited information on them. But we did have a traveler come and trade us a few books a while ago. The traveler actually came from a nearby haven. Yes. He came. Where was it? Oh, it was Ghorryn. I've heard. Have you heard of that nest of rumormongers?
No.
It's below us. If you go, of course, the first landmark as you go down. There'll be the bunker, but if you head east from the bunker and look for the signs and the signs are all big skulls, and because there's also a lot of necromancers in Ghorryn. They always want grave robbers to deliver corpses there, and that's their attempt to communicate. Anyways, that's where the traveler's from, and he left us this. It was really more of a pamphlet on Infovores. Your mind may not be your own. Your mind may have already been eaten. Hey, here it is. It's only a little bit. You should be able to read it fairly quickly. Take notes if you want. Yes. So please help yourself. So you read sit down and read the pamphlet. As you sit down at a very comfy reading chair, the librarian says, "Do you want any tea by any chance?"
No, thanks. I'm just.
I was making tea.
I don't like to drink things when I'm reading because I get shaky and spill things. Then people yell at me, and then I.
Live herbal tea. It's very calming, actually.
No, just book for me, thank you.
Okay. Or any scones? Scones?
No, I've never known how to pronounce that word. I'm not entirely sure that people didn't just make it up. Although I guess all words are made up, so never mind. Forget I said that.
That's a fascinating idea you have there. All words are actually made up. I'd love to talk about that.
Let me finish reading this real quick, and then we can.
I'm sorry. I'm so rude.
We can go into linguistics later.
Okay. So you read it, and it's a bunch of disjointed rambling. It's hard to make sense of purpose of it. You do get the name of the person who wrote it, which is a Baldari. There's this guy named Baldari wrote it, and or at least claims to be the author. And Baldari believes he's terrified of these infovores because there's numerous creatures in the lower hearts that eat and absorb information. Some of them he believes are from other universes coming to scout out the heart, that they're extra-dimensional predators hunting the heart.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Yeah. But he does mention something of a infovore detection and binding rituals, but that is in a tome in Ghorryn.
I like rituals.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Excellent. I will make notes of that.
Yeah. So you make some notes, but you realize if you want to get the real payload is in Ghorryn.
Mm.
So.
Well, hey, it's a lead. Lead's a lead.
Yeah. So the librarian, after you read it, says, very good. Now you're done with the pamphlet. I do have a related book. It's about the information science, which, of course, is a very interesting discipline. Would you like to learn about that?
Is that anything I've heard of before?
No. I have multiple books. I could bring in an expert, of course. We could do a whole lecture. It'd be lovely. We could bring cake. Yes. Yes. And perhaps some... or we could have this over dinner, of course. Are you in a hurry? We could set you up an apartment to help you with your research, of course. And Jace on this floor. There's a few openings. I can pull some strings, you know.
I could look into it, but I'll consider it. But I got to talk to my traveling companions before I really settle into any plans. It'd be rude for me just to decide things.
We can get them apartments too. That's not a problem. Are you all researchers?
No. We well, I mean, I guess one guy sort of is.
Yes.
Although he's more of less a researcher and more of a trained guy.
You know, I don't often tell outsiders, but there are special grants for researchers to stay and work for a few months or longer here. So you could set up shop here, research to your heart's content. We could make some connection. I have connections to other libraries, of course, and we could make a whole deal of it. Perhaps get a thesis out of it, or even dare say an entire book. Do a print run? Oh, it'd be amazing. What was your name, by the way, sir?
Oh, I'm Outis. Hi, how are you?
Hello, Outis. I'm librarian Redwood, and I'm very pleased to meet a person researching such an interesting topic.
Well, unfortunately I have some dinner plans set up, but I'll stop by again once I have things a little more settled.
Oh, of course. But don't forget my offers.
Oh, no, of course not.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You get a mild tug of like, man, am I making a good decision? Yeah, for a little bit. You don't have to make any rolls. So
fine.
I'm getting a mild tug of whether or not I should buy a timeshare.
It's free. It's fine.
Do not say it's free real estate. I will come through the microphone.
It's free real estate.
There is no such thing as a free lunch, and there is even less things as a free apartment.
Yeah.
So Valanth, your need to find Garanhon has overwhelmed you, and you have stalked the ground floor and find him at the chapel. As Rakk is deep in his cups at this point, and Garanhon is just covered in sweat. He's taken some of his armor off, and he has a look of terror on his face. How do you?
Garanhon, what are you doing?
I approximately, in my life, have 1,754.5 bolts connecting my body to this armor. Though it has provided me with the ability to see wonders, I now wonder if those wonders were really worth it.
You know what you need?
Yes, they were worth it. Put your armor back on.
You need to get drunk. That's what you need.
You're not there. You're still drinking.
So, but pressure is always building, and it'll always continue to build. I mean,
that's called life.
But I've implanted in one way too. It's a little more manageable, though.
Garanhon, that's life. That has always been life. And since when have you ever felt completely at ease in a place that isn't surrounded by trains and taken your armor off? This isn't you. This place is getting to you with all of its nice. I see what you're doing there.
Hello. Do you want some food? It's pretty nice food.
Ah!
Oh, okay.
Garanhon, armor up. I can't believe I'm the only one who sees what's going on here. These people, they're trying to get inside your head.
But
I think that might have worked in this case, because at least it's making me consider how materialistic I've been.
So
materialistic? You have been dedicated since day one on finding the conductor. That's not materialistic. That is person-centric. You're looking for a man to talk to him about a train. You walked in to this settlement looking for more information on where he could be found. You have an idea where we need to go, and it's one level lower. You have had a single-minded focus on that since the very day that we met, and now you're suddenly deciding to take your armor off? Who are you? What have you done with the real Garanhon? Put your armor back on, put those pop rivets back into your skin, oil up your bones, and let's go. Rounding on the nearest priest. And you!
Yes, hi.
Go light your incense somewhere else, happy, smoky man.
Oh, yes, that's a good point. There's many alcoves that need new incense. Thanks for the reminder.
Yes, far away. Go.
Yep. So
I guess I'll come out now, like after asking for the recipe for the mermaid's kiss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he gives it to you.
They're assaulting us with sweet smells and flavors and politeness. I don't like it. I don't like any of this.
Oh, look, I think so. This would really pair well with like a steak or something. You're out of your armor.
He's out of his armor.
Well, it's okay. I mean, this place is trying to get us to stay here forever. That's what they do.
I knew it.
No, seriously, magically, they're trying to convince us to stay here forever.
Does that actually help me with my getting out of my funk?
Yeah. You realize it's not you, it's an external force.
They lull you into a false sense of security, and then as soon as your guard is down, whammo! Buttered scones.
Fine, I will. That's put back my armor, and no, the conductor is there.
You're buying a timeshare in Flavortown.
Been there once. I can't ever go back.
Let's get the hell out of here.
So you find Outis out in the main crossroads area.
There you are.
Yeah. And you all reconvene. Yeah.
I'll say hey, Outis, this place is trying to magically convince us to stay here.
Oh, I was wondering what that smell was.
Yeah, that's what they're trying. It's kind of adorable, really.
Well, I found a place that I could find some more information about the thing I need to do with the book. Once we get down to the next tier, so that's fun. But is there anything here we can use for making your big spear? Like, or should we just go? Like, how at threat do we all feel, generally speaking?
I'm sure they
On
have
a
smithy,
scale of
but
1 to 10, I would put it at about a 9.5.
well,
They're
and considering
threatening
that
me
they
with
have-
flavors, Outis. Flavors.
And considering the effect that temple had on me, I'm sure they have a smithy here. But if we use it, we'll probably be we'll probably be focused on imperfections and making the perfect spear so long that we'll die doing the project.
And we'll be whistling while we work.
I mean,
Like a bunch of, I don't know, what's the word, dwarves.
I mean, to Rakk, to you, you realize it's probably, at least Rakk, you realize it's not like you would die doing the project, it's that you would settle down and just live there the rest of your life making the spear. So, yeah.
And making the spear isn't the end goal; it's using it afterwards. So I can't do that.
Yeah, so you would never leave.
Well, what's the point of making a spear if you don't go and kill a giant worm with it?
Well, you could use it to defend.
It's like that's just basic philosophy right there.
It's just a perfect society. No one wants to leave. So yeah, it's fine.
Isn't that all? Like, I mean, no one wants to leave. That's not necessarily perfect.
Everyone
never
seems
mind.
genuinely happy to be there.
I don't trust genuine happiness.
And with that, you all leave because why you don't trust it? Yeah, why would you possibly?
I have been saying that since we walked into town.
Yeah. Shut up, narrator. I'm on Valant's side.
All right, so you head back deeper into the heart, and the weirdness of the heart creeps in and changes things.
Oh, thank God! Everything's all warped and awful again.
Chocolate becomes
This is better.
Chocolate becomes vanilla. Sweet becomes salty.
So, to reach Hang Station, to communicate with the conductor, first you'll have to get to... actually, the bunker goes right by it. So you might as well check it out because there's a lot of interesting things there. A lot of things.
Oh, absolutely.
And then between the bunker and the station, there is a haunt that Outis learned about called Ghorryn. That you could use.
I did learn about that.
Yeah, so you could use to take a break there.
Yeah, there's like a crazy time cube guy there that I could learn about Infovores from.
Yeah.
Wait, are you talking about the
better.
time cube?
I mean, judging from his pamphlet, I was getting very like time cube vibes from how it was structured. Am I wrong in that, Ross?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely a cool and normal person who's not at all going to be.
It won't be a problem. So
things.
Look, you have to accept the eternal truth of 4 simultaneous days, or else you've been corrupted by the educated stupid. I don't see what's hard to understand about that.
One of the greatest of all times. Pour one out for Time Cube Guy, wherever or whenever he is.
Yeah.
So this is desolate. This region is broken and dark wilderness. And you're beginning to see signs of ancient decades-old warfare. Rusted out weapons, skeletal remains, fragments of skeleton remains, rusted barbed wire, trenches and craters.
Hey, we found no man's land.
Yeah, essentially. So this is the kind
Now, see, I like this place.
Yeah,
I mean, it is something we know more how to deal with.
I'm really thinking something more in the middle that isn't, just pure unadulterated happiness with that's like purpose, but not just depressive muck.
All right,
Garanhon, they were trying to take us over with buttered scones.
No,
Here we've got skulls and broken spears. This is more our milieu.
No, again, there has to be a good middle path here. Is what
I'll make some scones later.
See, we can have both. We can have our cake and stab it too.
Yeah,
that's absolutely not
how you eat cake.
No.
All right.
You usually use the teeth to process it.
So this is 8 delve to get to the bunker itself.
Okay.
So who is going to be leading the way?
I will.
All right. Do you have the desolate domain?
I mean, you don't have desolate, so that would be a detriment.
If you want,
I mean, I do. So why don't I roll?
Sure.
So if you want to, but like I said, this at some point you can take out.
Well, you can assist if you want, Aaron, to give him an extra die.
See, this is great. Both of us working together.
Oh, damn.
All right.
We go together like...
With a 10, you get to roll a d10 on your delve check.
Apparently, apparently Skitters is all about delving.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boo! Fuck you,
Except
Dice
when
Pod.
it isn't.
That is actually
You
hilarious.
absolute shit.
He rolled, got a critical, so he goes up one die side from D8 to D10, but rolls a 1 on the D10. So that is 1. Skitters is successful, though, so he can go again.
We'll never be able to track down nice things now.
Mhm.
Delved the fuck out of that one, though.
Yeah, he got a little distracted by some barbed wire that he thought was another spider, I guess. Was tangled up.
Well,
in it.
actually, I think that it's more along the lines of, they have these really interesting screaming cockroaches down here, and that one just stopped screaming all of a sudden.
Fair enough. Well, you can roll again.
And I mean, that was so adorable, but
It was very adorable.
we really do need to be moving on.
Okay, with an 8, that's just a regular success. So go ahead and roll a D8.
Let's see if he does better this time.
5. So you have 6 now. You have 2 left.
See, the more that we go into places like this, the more that I realize that we really are such a good team. All of us together.
I love all you guys.
Okay, another 8. So go ahead and roll a D8. Unless you get a 1, which would.
Don't fucking tempt the dice bot, Ross.
All right. So with Skitters the spiders leading the way, you're able to navigate through the path to the bunker without incident. So, which is very good. But the bunker itself is a spiderwork network of trenches and bunkers crisscrossing the landscape, and marks the furthest reach of the 33rd Regiment, which was sent from the city above to tame and conquer the Heart over a century ago. And
How'd that work out for him?
well,
I'm guessing not well.
yeah. You can actually hear the sounds of distant bombing and repeater fire echoing through the caverns. Yeah, the war hasn't quite ended here. It is never going to end.
Eternal War. That's fun.
Yeah, and in there, but very obvious to Garanhon, you see a symbol. A metal spike in the ground that is shiny and new, and you recognize it as an old Vermissian symbol. So you know that someone with Vermissian Knight equipment is here, operating in the area. This is actually
Vermissian Knights use hobo code?
It's like a magnetically aligned metal spike, so that some Vermissian Knights have specialized equipment or implants that let them hone in on these.
It feels like a reverberation in your brain,
Ooh, I've had those before.
but in a good way.
The secret code, you could tap that, and that would notify the knight that you were there and that you were trained in the Vermissian Knight ways, and they would come to you.
Okay. Can I take a look, I guess, a discern on here to see if there's any particular maker symbol on there that could identify if I know this knight or not?
Sure.
Okay. Discern technology?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, made it. 9.
All right. It is an old symbol. It's definitely a class of knight before your time, but not too far before your time. And it looks very familiar. You think it's definitely from the same. Tell me about one of your trainers, Garanhon, someone who trained you in the ways.
It's like the primary trainer, especially when we were in Knight Academy, so which ironically did take place at night. So that would have been Fendworth, so a grizzled old sergeant who was far more concerned about delve efficiency. So that and the reason why I ended up recognizing this is he was one of the only people that I knew who would plant multiple different spikes, basically creating a miniature network to always be able to hone in on that's a specific location instead of having to basically go on personal triangulations. So, and he always continued to drill that into our heads that we needed to continue to use this practice so we never got lost.
All right. Yeah, it looks like his symbol. Or his etching style, I would say, because it's etched into the middle of the spike.
Turn it everybody else. It's an old rune, but it still checks out.
Do you want to summon Finsworth?
He was always practiced, although, like I said, I thought he was out of. He never went out. It's just kind of odd, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can summon him up. Although I do warn everybody to be on guard just in case, because there have been Vermissian knights who have been possessed of their armor in rare situations. So,
all right,
I stand ready. I stand ready to rip and tear.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It really isn't, though. Like imagine if your zones were working on your own.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hide over here.
So after you make the taps,
The safe word is Naugahyde.
some time passes.
I'm not using that.
Some time passes. It could be minutes. Maybe it's hours. It's hard to tell. A thin mist rolls over the old battlefield, and a cloaked figure approaches you very openly and plainly, wearing a brown cloak and basically very heavily camouflaged clothing, very practical and woods-like. And but when he opens up the hood, it is Finsworth, but he's not wearing armor. In fact, the camouflage clothing reminds you now of the clothing of the Red Cap Grove, of the druids there. He looks at you, Garanhon, with a sadness in his eyes. Hello,
Master Finsworth?
It's been a while since I've been called by that name. They call me Porty now.
Okay,
it's a type of fungus, one that I specialize in.
Wait a second. Are you that's like the former knight who was that's like courting the others? A chipmunk that I would say accosted me, but decided to look through my armor.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I saw the errors of my way and taught the druids how to. Enough of the technology so that they would not be victimized by it. I can't escape some of the uses. The implants in my brain, I can't get rid of that, and so I might as well make use of it. He points at the spike. But aside from that and a few other, very, very few other minor things, I've given up all of the Vermissian technology, and I've been better for it.
Well, if it's part of your personal happiness, I hope I'm pleased that this has brought you here. But just how did you come to this, though? Because the last time I saw you at graduation, it was different.
It was different because I hadn't realized that we were on a fool's quest. All of us. We're all on the same damned train heading to the same damned end. The trains are a curse. The technology is a curse. It doesn't make our lives better. It makes them worse. Look at what technology's done to this part of the heart. He just gestures around. All we can do is hope that in a century this is eventually grown over and nature heals it. But until then, there's a gaping, festering wound on the and untold suffering. You should join me, and I can help you give up this foolishness.
Well, I appreciate your candor, at least considering my well-being. And to be honest, right now, it was something that actually did come to mind. Although that may have been the majority of an influence in the tower.
That's different.
Yeah. So Good food. That's like good food that brainwashes. So that is true. But I do admit that it just brings something up. But unfortunately, I can only disagree because at least from what I've seen, technology still can be a benefit as long as it's being used appropriately in this. Despite the fact that it was probably wondrous at one point too, is it's like the misguided efforts of others to use it for their own benefit. So
yes, who do you think calls the shots? The people who would want to use things wisely, or the people who think sending thousands of soldiers down here to this is a good idea? Who do you think calls the shots up there? Hell, in any of the havens around here, who do you think gets to decide what is done with technology?
The banks?
Well, the banks are part of it, yes.
Oh, is it the evil above ground tower?
Yes. I mean, the city above, yes. The spire, yes.
Yeah.
Look, I'll what are you even trying to do? Are you still? You were talking about the conductor, I remember, as a cadet. Are you still on this thing, this idea that you can reach out and meet the conductor yourself?
Yes, and actually, we're within striking distance of that goal, or at least being the last place he was known to be.
Yeah, he found like a communication thing.
So yeah, I actually found it's like found a turnstile that I was working on, so that has led me to the information that I seek now. We can connect that. That provides the opportunity to maybe gain his assistance with reestablishing the Vermissian and create. That's like figuring out a way to integrate it safely again to make that available to all.
I'll tell you what. You do me a favor, I'll do you a favor. I still have a bit of Vermissian technology I haven't thought to get rid of myself. I couldn't bear to destroy it or throw it away. I'll give it to you if you do me a favor.
What would you request of us?
Out there, not too far, I need a sample of the fungus growing on a corpse. Unfortunately, this corpse is still moving around.
Is the fungus allowing it to move around?
I'm not sure. It's not a very large sample. It's a light green-gray, little with white fringes on the fuzz. Scrape it off into this bottle. He throws you a sturdy bottle, enough to fill at least half of that, and come back here and we'll do that. But you'll get to see what technology does to people. You can even talk to it if you want. Maybe you could. Maybe you won't have to kill it. Destroy its body.
So this thing is sentient still.
That's one way of looking at it.
Well, and if I might ask, again, I don't mind doing a favor for you, sir, but what prevents you from taking the sample yourself, other than just the corpse move?
I was stalking it when you summoned me. I was trying to work out how to... It's not a loan. Well, it's a loan, yet it isn't. It's complicated.
So, well... That is at least enough for a favor if you can do that. So I will be happy to do this as a last service to you.
So, how do you... He says it's just straight ahead. Not too far.
Okay. Can I... And this is still like just anything straight ahead. There's just...
Right now it's...
countless trenches.
There's trenches, craters, barbed wire emplacements, rotting artillery, rusted artillery pieces. It's a battlefield.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, we could do another delve check to see if we can make it through the area.
It's closer than a delve check. It's like you're just outside of its perception. So, like,
okay,
you can sneak up on it. You could walk up to it. You could charge it. You don't know exactly where it is, but you know it's pretty close.
Okay. In that case, Rakk.
Yes.
So I forgot. Do you have sneak or is it Valente?
I do not have sneak. No.
You don't have sneak? Okay, Valente?
Yeah, I'm more of a kind of run in, screaming and chopping.
Yeah, Valanth does have sneak. I know that.
Valente, so?
As a
Okay.
matter of fact, Valanth is currently hiding and waiting for a certain word.
It's safe. This is an old master.
I think he meant Naga hide.
All right. Are you?
Yes, Otis, that is exactly what I meant.
Yeah.
Now, why
So-
can't you just say the safe word, Garanhon?
Because it's not necessary.
So it's not safe. Wait, is it not safe? Should I not have said it?
I think
You're
he's
fine.
trying to say that it's not safe.
Is it safe?
Is it safe?
Is it safe?
Is it safe?
I chuck a rock at Otis's head.
All right. So Valanth,
Sorry, I
are
thought you were in a loop.
Valanth, are you sneaking ahead then?
Yes. Of course I'm sneaking ahead. Why would I not?
All right. This is Warren
Oh.
domain, and yeah. So
I'll help him out with that.
you
So,
cannot help him because it's stealth.
Oh, I can.
It is by
Okay.
definition sort of a solo thing.
okay.
Hey, everyone, don't look over there.
Yeah.
I'm helping.
All right. You're very sneaky, and you see. You've seen these before, where you've heard. Well, you've not seen them up this close before. He's is basically in a sort of ruined machine gun nest, and it's they most people call them the walking wounded, but they're anything but really wounded. It's a heap of soldiers that have mashed into one. Like imagine 4 or 5 soldiers massed into one, linked by flesh. Hand stumps fused to shoulders, ancient iron pistols melded with puckered skin and twisting bone, metals fused into the chest, bandages made of crumbling skin covering their sores, dragging heavy rifles melded with their arms. There are 5 of them, and they are manning this wrecked, utterly broken machine gun, but they seemingly waiting for enemies to assault a position in front of you somewhere. So they technically have their backs behind you, but like there's 5 of them all fused together, and they do have multiple weapons on their personages, and it's really gross. And there's some fungus on them.
So I'm going to return to the group, and I'm going to tell them about this We Are Legion individual agglomeration.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds bad. That sounds real bad.
Probably is,
Well,
but
altogether, it can be.
well, that's like they said that we might be able to talk to it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll probably be fine.
So that's like, if nothing else, they might just if it's become something else, at least with the corpses or utilizing those memories, that might be it. So
Is anyone here a talky kind of person aside from me?
I can threaten.
I have drugs.
so
I think that they would
so-
definitely want some drugs, yes. I'm just thinking that if there's any chance that this is going to go pear-shaped, and I think that there's a very high chance that this is going to go pear-shaped, it's probably best if we do not just approach them directly. I think that we should have at least one person ready to bushwhack, sucker punch, catch them unawares,
Stabbity,
stabbity, back.
I feel like all of the rest of us are pretty loud aside from you.
And that's the tricky part. Like, I could teach somebody how to do that if you would learn how to not clank, but we need you guys to clank.
Yeah.
Isn't that just a paradox? Of
Let's we can just run up a white flag so they know not to shoot us, and then maybe they'll know not to shoot us. And then, other people who are sneaky go around and if they start shooting us, try and stop them from doing that.
That is exactly what I was thinking, yes. But can anybody here talk to them and speak the right language?
Well, I mean, I don't know
Not
what language they
threatening.
speak.
And
Oh, I can't help you. I'm sorry. No.
so I can. It's like again. This is, if nothing else, I can provide a distraction, and also if they try to hit, I'm usually the less damageable of them. So let me try. I will go in to see if I can get information on that. And Valanth, if you want to stay into the shadows and possibly feed me a line if necessary, I can. That's like that may be more of assistance.
Okay.
That sounds good.
All right. So, what are you doing?
So I will walk into the mist right now towards this. But yeah, I will be tearing off a piece of cloth that's around for either an undershirt or something, and that's white, and putting it on that's like top of my gauntlet, holding it up. So it
Like
is there any wind?
flag? Yeah.
So
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
It looks like you're trying to surrender to them.
yeah, I'm just
Or
trying to
parlay.
basically show that parlay. So I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to show that I'm just not a threat. Is the
Okay.
big thing.
All right. So you go there with the white flag, and one of them sees you, and we got someone on the lines, and they all start shuffling over, making horrible fleshy and metallic grinding sounds as the various metal and flesh parts grate against each other.
And now that I'm seeing it, do they look like just soldiers, or do they actually look like knights?
Oh no, they're definitely soldiers. This is
Okay.
what happens to this is what happened to the survivors from this battle that you're on the battlefield of, like over a century ago. They tried to fight the heart itself, and this is what the heart did to them.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Important lesson.
Yeah. The heart just melded them together and made them undying. Well, at least unaging. They don't age more anymore. They'll live for 1,000 years if no one blows them up or puts them out of their misery. It says, who be you? They're pointing several rusted, archaic guns at you.
While
Just a
I circle around.
Just a traveling knight of the Vermissian. So
Yeah,
passing
travelers,
through these-
definitely travelers. No soldiering here.
The Vermissian? That train? They ain't got no knights. It's a civilian thing. What are you getting at? You bloody liar. You're a saboteur is what you are.
So I understand that how odd this might sound, but it is the truth. And and you've been at your post for many, many years now, which is...
Do we get to go home? Do we get to go home? No, we don't get to go home. We haven't been relieved of duty, you bloody fool. Yeah, one of them seems to be a sergeant, and one of them seems to be a private. There's also 3 others that are very...
Okay.
But the sergeant goes, we haven't been relieved of duty. You're just a civilian. We'll have to take you to the stockades. And put you there and let the officer figure out what to do with you. Yes, Officer Silver Stone? No, it's not Silverstone.
It's funny you should mention this, because I actually do come with... I have heard of this Officer Silva and somebody else who was working with him.
Oh?
So yes, this would be Commander Farnworth. That's like Funworth. He using my masters all the time.
Mm-hmm.
The reason you have been at least posted out here is that they believe that you might have contracted a sickness, and we want to make sure that you are healthy enough to be able to go out. But in order to confirm this, we need a sample. Specifically of some of the fungus that is surrounding you.
What? We ain't got no fungus. We're fit for duty. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Roll compel.
All right. I have nothing in here, so hi, 1 dice.
Or cursed. Because this is a very cursed creature.
Yeah, I'm not cursed unless anybody wants
right.
to.
Nope, you're by yourself.
am, but I'm also hiding, so
Yeah.
no.
I'm hiding, but farther away.
All right.
Nope.
He shoots you.
Hard way it is then.
For 4 blood.
Which only does 1 damage.
All right. Yeah, it pings off your armor. So that happens. Well, they start arguing amongst us. Don't shoot him. He's carrying the white flag. We have to put him on the stockades. Ah, shut up, you. Fine. We'll take him to the stockade. So they stop. They lower their guns and start moving towards you. So that's their action.
Okay.
And Garanhon, you acted already. You tried to compel him to just, hey, give me a strong example.
Get some reasoning. Yeah.
Oddly enough, it didn't work. And Outis, what you are far enough away that the walking wounded does not notice you, but you're definitely close enough that you can hear this conversation and the gunshot. So what are you going to do?
You
can just wait for other people to act first if you want to do that.
Yeah, I got nothing. Okay. I'm just going to see how this plays.
All right, so Valanth, you're sneaking, so you're closer.
I've got a lovely band of throwing knives. Deedly-dee-dee, here they are, hanging in a row.
Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and roll. Because you're hidden, I'll give you mastery for this one. So this would be kill, cursed, and yeah.
Kill cursed plus an extra?
Yeah,
so that's 4d10?
Yeah, 40-10, because if you have the cursed domain.
I do.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, because you're hidden. You only get it on this attack.
Okay. Now I forget all of the extras on the throwing knives, but I know that they were pretty baller.
They are...
And I critted.
Okay, they're D6, they're brutal, and they are blood-bound, I believe.
Actually, I thought that they were D8. I knew that part was...
Okay, in that case, they're D8.
Yeah, because I bought them up to D8 specifically. But brutal and bloodbound does work.
Well, hold on. I think I gave him a disadvantage. Let me look at the tags again. No, it's not bloodbound. It's brutal and dangerous. That's what it is.
Which means if I roll maximum damage, I cut myself too.
Yeah, so that's it. Brutal and dangerous. Brutal and dangerous.
Let me make sure I got that written. And so since we critted with that 10,
so that'll be a D10 instead of a D8.
And brutal means roll it twice, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, you roll 2 and take the higher.
All right.
For 6.
Yep. They have protection too, so that is going to be 4 damage. So you strike one of them, and one of them keels over quite permanently dead, it looks like. So there's only 4 left. So good job. You put one of them out of their misery. Yay.
Yay.
So, Rakk.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I guess we're killing them. I guess we better start doing that.
All right. They're cursed.
Here we go, killing again.
Yeah, it's time for rip and tear.
Okay. I think you're using your bow, right?
Yeah.
And that had brutal and tiring on it, I believe.
It did.
Okay. So go ahead and roll kill plus cursed. You did not make a sneak check, so you don't get mastery for this shot.
He's okay.
So it's 2d10 or 3d10 if you have cursed. Do you have cursed?
I do.
Okay, so you have 3d10. And tiring.
Got 8.
When you fail a roll, it gets less effective. All right, with an 8, yeah, these are standard difficulty. Right? Go ahead and roll your d8. Roll 2d8 because it's brutal.
Brutal.
8. Very good. So you inflict 6. You take down another one. The arrow sinks into pierces the helmet, the rusted helmet of one of these poor souls, and it pitches over quite dead, unbalancing the remaining 3. So you can
But,
inflict a total of
but
10
they're
stress.
so full of juice.
Yeah, they are full of
Juice.
The juice.
Juice!
Yeah, there's a rancid smell filling the air as the juice, quote unquote,
The juice is loose.
is loose. It's loose and it smells awful. Like it's an undead thing that's been festering for a century, suffering in the darkness, losing all of its sanity. So finally, Outis, you're coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess since we're in a murdering mood, I'm going to go ahead and cast my Frenzy of the Sky Court so that I can blast them next round if they're still alive.
We'll find out.
And that is 7.
All right. So you take stress from that, but you succeed because it's a 7. Yeah. Is that D4 mind stress?
I don't know.
Okay. Why don't you look that up and get back to me? We'll come to your turn last. So, Garanhon.
Okay, so how many are left? Just 2?
There are 3.
3 left. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, what are you going to do? They are, they're really nasty. In fact, I will say now that they're active, they're just shooting wildly. So everyone, aside from Outis at this point, Outis is far enough away, but everyone who's been attacked or has attacked them will have to make an evade check this round or take stress because they're just firing wildly in the air, just all around you with a variety of firearms, and there's still 3 of them. So yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and attempt to. How far away from him am I?
I'd say 20 feet.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and attempt to rush.
Okay.
To see if I can at least take them down utilizing my my train shield. So.
Okay.
Since I can block some of the damage from that.
Yeah.
So in this case, is that going to be kill?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kill and cursed.
Okay.
Which
So I can't do it to curse, but that's fine. So that'll at least give me 2d10 to
Everything's fine.
bludgeon a bit. Yeah, both 7s, so succeed.
They shoot you though for 8 blood stress, minus your blood protection.
Jesus. So
What does that put you at?
a lot. So 1 second.
So it's, I guess if you had 3 blood protection, that's 5 new stress.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm up to 8.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, 7. Excuse me. So
You're fine.
ugh.
Yep. Definitely just your armor.
I'm taking the rough side of that. Okay.
Yeah.
But so am I in range for my next roll, my next turn to go ahead and make an attack on them?
No, that was your turn. You can roll
Okay.
a D4. What I think your shield just does D4.
Oh yeah, it does. So you're right. So
All right, you
Yep,
put
a
1
3
stress
point.
onto them. You whack into them, and they are slightly wounded. So let's see here. Yeah, there's still 3 left, but the third one's hanging on by a thread as you slam your riot shield into them, bludgeoning them, and they switch to stabby knives and bone spurs to shank you next turn. So Valanth, it's your turn. You will actually, yeah, you don't have to make an evade check, but if you attack them, obviously they will be shooting back at you. So yeah.
Okay. Well, I do plan to attack them.
All right.
And hopefully I can drop at least one of them this turn.
Mm-hmm.
Helps if I drop a D in there instead of just hitting 310.
All right, you do hit them. Go ahead and roll damage. It's a D8 this time, so 2D8. All right, that is 2.
So that will be 4.
Mine,
But 2, yeah.
So that does drop the third one. There's only 2 of them left. As they're down to 7 stress, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, you cut into them. The other one falls down, quite dead. Very good. So Rakk,
Yeah.
are you going to shoot your bow again?
Let's have some more fun.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
3d10.
Let's have some fun. This beat is sick. Go ahead and shoot him with your disco stick.
Okay.
I hit, but
yeah. So go ahead and roll 2d8 damage, and I'll roll for your damage after you do yours. So.
You promise?
Yeah.
8 again.
All right. That will nearly kill them, but only the sergeant is left after your last strike. However, only one on my end. So.
And I have +1 blood.
Yeah.
Protection.
Yeah. So your armor absorbs the errant shot. So only the sergeant is left.
Disappointed.
Yeah. So finally, Outis. Did you figure out how much mind stress that cost?
Are we officially on tier 2 now?
Yes.
Okay, then it would be D6.
Okay. 6.
Fuck.
All right. How much stress did that put you at?
11.
Guess what?
Major mind fallout.
That's actually would be good.
No, I think it's just because I rolled a 4. It's
okay.
Yeah. So, I'll double check.
No, I think you're right. I think it does have to do with
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's 1 through 6, it's a minor. If it's 7 to 12, it's a major.
Yeah, there we go. That's why there's so much minor fallout you've been taking. All right. All right. All right. Your panic mind breaks for a second and reforms in an arcane pattern. Down here, the old magics of blood and bone work better than they do in the surface. You immediately cast Etheric Scourge on the nearby alley, but mark no stress for doing so. The fallout can be upgraded. Yeah. So, Etheric resistance below. Okay. Raw magic boils out of you and into them, burning their skin and hair. Let's see here. I guess doesn't say what kind of stress. I'm gonna say.
I mean, if it's burning them, I would say that's blood, isn't it?
Yeah, that's blood. All right, I'll just roll a D3 to see who it is. Let's see here. 2. That is going to be Rakk.
Sorry.
You take 2 blood stress. There.
So 1.
Yeah. And how much blood stress do you have now?
I think 3 right now.
Okay. Yeah, you're fine. Just got a little zap.
Ow! Watch it.
Okay, so that was my fallout from last turn, and so I'm gonna go ahead and blast the monster.
Okay.
With the
We like to shoot the
This will
monster.
kill it actually if you succeed on the spell.
Alrighty. Well, I mean, it's also debilitating if it hits, so even if I don't do enough damage, it'll knock its ass down. Someone else can kill it.
We'd like to shoot the monster. Could you move, please?
Yep. 7.
7 is enough. You'll take mind stress again.
Whoa!
So
Whoa!
you just wiped it. Let's see here. 4.
Yay! I get my bonus back, unless I lose it immediately. I do lose it immediately.
No.
It'd be funny to do it again. It would be funny. I'm not going to, because there's so many other things I'm going to do.
Damn it, Ross.
Hey, Dicebot taketh away from us, but gives to the Ross.
No.
The bot giveth, and the bot taketh away.
I'm gonna say you're clouded. Your mind starts to shut down and attempt to protect itself. You can't think straight, and sensations are dulled. You momentarily flash back to when the battle was happening, and you see just your sensory overload as thousands of soldiers are fighting against angels. The walls of the heart are crushing them. Reality is shifting itself as the heart defends itself.
Yeah, they shouldn't have did that.
Yeah, they shouldn't have did that, and it's really fucking scary and weird. And you're clouded. So with clouded, you cannot use domains, like at all. until you get that healed. What else does Hexeye do again?
I mean, once per session, I can. I think it bucks up my.
So you can't judge distances, right? Anything that requires accurate judging of distance, it becomes risky. But once per session, you can see something useful. Yeah.
Hooray!
Hooray! So, but you, how does it look like when you use the spat magic to destroy the walking wounded?
Well, I mean, it's just it is a blast of concentrated air, so they seem to be hit really hard by an invisible hammer.
Okay. As they do so, there is a scattering of dog tags. There are hundreds of them, actually. You realize that these dog tags are actually valuable as currency.
Ooh.
So, who gathers them?
I can do that.
All right.
Or actually, wait, Rakk, why don't you do that while I patch up Outis and Garanhon?
Yes.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm just.
You're bleeding.
No, I'm not. I'm literally not bleeding. My brain just broke.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, you're not fine. You are leaking oil and transmission fluid in addition to that blood.
You have no idea what those
sit
look like.
down right here. Yes, I do. This is red, this is different red, and this is black.
Yeah. If you want to worry about healing, I'll scavenge up dog tags.
All right, so yeah, it's a D6 Occult Haven resource. And let's see here. Go ahead and make your mend check. Obviously, technology domain for healing Garanhon, because Vermissian.
I don't have that, but I do have a knack for mending.
Yeah.
Can I aid him in
And
my
a
own
tool.
healing?
Okay.
Like you need to connect these?
What does your mending kit do? D6?
It does a D6.
Okay. So you'll do that, and you also take D6 supplies stress. So, Garanhon.
That's fine.
Okay. So you heal 5 blood stress, or blood, yeah. And,
And I take 1 supply.
Yep, you take 1 supply. What does that put you at?
That puts me at 1 supply.
Okay. So you're fine. And go ahead and roll again for...
Is anybody else wounded?
Rakk is slightly wounded.
Yeah.
Yeah, with it, 3 blood stress?
Yes, 3 blood.
Yeah.
Okay, so I believe Rakk would be a different domain.
Cursed.
Cursed? Oh, good.
Yeah, cleavers are cursed. All right. Go and roll D8.
Do it.
All right, you're fully healed.
Wow, personally, I feel really good now.
Actually, let me double check to make sure that you can't. If healing may always trigger a supply thing. On a failure or partial. Okay, no, it's only on a partial success. You mark stress to supplies. Okay. Yeah, they are healed. Outis gathers the dog tags, and Garanhon, you collect a sample of the fungus.
Yay.
You give it to Finsworth, and he gives you something valuable from the Vermissian trains. It is small. It is a D12 resource technology.
Damn.
What is it? What does it look like?
The train itself, actually, it is it is the RPM meter for one of the trains. So specifically that it not only clocked the speed, but also the dimensional drift that's like that you would actually experience when going through each area. So, alrighty. And I will also ask this: can I also mark off my actual minor, which was having somebody from my past trying to convince me to stop my path?
Yes, exactly.
Yep. Yay!
Yay! Why do you think I put it in?
I asked them.
Yep. So you have the resource, the RPM meter.
Yeah.
And you can get on your way to. Are you going to go straight to Hang Station? Or are you going to take a short detour to Ghorryn?
Yeah, we could rest up and talk to the crazy guy.
Exactly. I think some of us could use a rest at this point.
Okay. So you head there. It is a 4 delve to reach to Ghorryn. So I think Valanth is doing this at this point.
Yep. Because we're still in Desolate, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Are you still assisting?
If you need me, yeah.
Well, I would really like it.
Nice.
I mean, we're doing good so far. I mean, the team that delves together, we work together really well, don't we?
Mm-hmm. All right.
And we're halfway there.
Whoa.
Nah.
All right.
I love you guys.
I wonder where the spider's going to go next.
Seems pretty dedicated.
Oh, yes. I mean, he's doing great. Outis, would you do me a favor? Would you grab that bag of, the one that's just labeled "Do Not Open," full of blood ticks. Those are spider treats.
Yeah, gotcha.
And that's a total of 5. Are we there?
Yes, you are there.
Woo!
So you get to Ghorryn. Ghorryn is it's a very cool write-up. It is a nasty little town. There are numerous, as you draw near, you can see that there is an open market for body parts, for necromancers, resurrectionists, and others who go into. Apparently, it's setting up shop near the bunker. It's a good source. There's a lot of crop there. But yeah, there are cloaked and hooded figures, and not all of them, but they all look at you very suspiciously. They all seem to have a lean, hungry look to them. But as you pass the open air,
I mean, honestly, same.
The corpse market, you find a warren of bookshops, alchemist labs, and taverns, as people in shadowed alleyways hustle from one to the other. There's a lot of conspiratorial whispering. There is a lot of rumor mongering you can hear in the air. You can see people posting strange pamphlets or posters on the walls, warning of doom and other things. There's graffiti, very occult graffiti in the air, and there is a research. There is one of the few prominent signs is for Hyslop's surgery, and then there is across from it, not too far, there is a pub without a sign on it, but you can see people drinking and whispering to each other in there. So this is Ghorryn.
I like this place. This place is much better.
Good vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Where would I go if I wanted to try and take care of that Clouded Fallout before I...
That is mine, so that would be the pub, actually. You just need to drink.
Sweet.
Yeah. If you have that's a minor Fallout, so that can be taken care of with a D6 Haven or Cult resource or something like that. Those dog tags would work.
Ooh. I also have some... let's see... Ooh, can I trade these hallucinogenic shrooms for it?
Wait, you want to get rid of the shrooms?
I mean, if they're not...
Yeah,
but you love the shrooms. The shrooms are something you've been holding on to for a while.
I did not earn these dog tags. One of you guys can use those for something. I just stood back and, melted my brain a little bit.
But that is, you that's still earning it, though. Don't worry.
All right. You could use the mushrooms for it. All right. So you're getting rid of Clouded?
Okay. Yes.
All right, yeah. So you're just drinking for a bit to steady your nerves. There's some people who look at you, and some people make weird hand gestures to you. You think that they're trying to signal to you to see if you're a fellow member of their conspiracy. But when you stare at blankly or ignore them, they go, "God damn, it's not my contact."
Don't you hate it when that happens?
Yeah, it's rough.
So Outis is drinking. You know you need to find someone named Baldari. At some point. But well, are you also, the rest of you also joining Outis in his drinks? Or are you going to be doing something else?
Well, I know that we have business here. Several different kinds of business. So let's start with business before pleasure.
Look,
Garhon, what was your business?
Right before I do magic stuff.
Garhon, you had a job, yes?
Well, Garanhon needs to go to the train station, which is your next stop along the way.
Yeah, I have the other one, and honestly, I may just go off to see about to basically mend some stuff because I still have some issues with fortune and supplies. So
there's no temple or place to pray to recover your fortune. There's no market here either. It is
Hey, there's a corpse market. That's a market.
You know what? You're right. That's true.
Yeah. See? Mm-hmm. Don't be so dismissive of necromancers.
Mm-hmm. Hey, do you want to know where some quarter-step corpse are? We got some for you.
You could help Outis and ask for anyone who knows where you could find Baldari, for example. Or you could, there seems to be a lot of conspiratorial-minded people here.
Okay. I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, shoot, I do have a cult, so I think that I could probably parse out a conspiracy theory or two.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You can give me just a roll of compel or to talk to someone, compel plus a cult. Obviously, so you could just roll with a cult, so roll 2d10.
Well, I've got compel, so that's actually 3d10.
Well, yeah, then there you go. Oh, shit.
Hello, enlightened brother. The herring has an hourglass with the sand in the top.
Yeah, it does.
Ah, a true fellow traveler. Yes. Hello, brother. I will be happy to answer your questions. It is so good to see a fresh face in Ghorryn. We are. This is, of course, the premier place to analyze and discuss and understand and philosophize over the nature of the heart itself. But because we are so far down, we can get close to the heart, but not so far down. Well, far down enough to analyze, but yet not so far down.
Close enough to hear the heartbeat, but not close enough to feel it. Yes, I know.
Yes,
I
exactly.
know.
Any further down, we'd be too busy just trying to exist. The heart doesn't like intruders that far down. Yes.
Well, the heart wants what the heart wants.
Mm-hmm.
The heart wants what we want it to want. Yes, it wants to give us what we want. It wants to give us what our heart wants. Yes. You see, I have a very odd theory, of course, that there was once a man named Baldari, and he came down here, and he was so, well, he formed a conspiracy. He learned what the true heart was, and the knowledge was so devastating, uncanny, that he locked it away within his mind to save his sanity. He forgot. But he began to learn everything he could, that the heart, sensing his frustration at only having one set of eyes and hands, because he burned his cult, he destroyed it all, created new blank meat puppets, you might say, in the shape of people, and gave them brains made of his own notebooks. Everyone in this town is essentially him. The more meat puppets he has to help him, the happier he is. And thus the heart was happy. Thus the heart wanted what he wanted. And it settled and flourished. But presumably one day Baldari will once again learn the truth. That there is no one in this town but Baldari. And the occasional traveler, of course. And of course, when he learns this awful truth, he'll have to burn it down again. But some say that's only a theory, of course. A very mad theory, one might say. But perhaps there is a glint of truth in that. Perhaps
there is.
Yes. What are you looking for?
The important thing to note.
Yes. Oh, what? Oh, yes. What to note?
Well, the most important thing that one looks for when one comes to this town is looking for Balderi. But as you say, Balderi is everywhere.
Yes.
Balderi is everywhere.
Everywhere. Yes, exactly. What were you looking here for?
Illumination.
Oh.
May your heart continue to beat, my friend.
Oh, well, yes.
And smile cryptically and walk away.
Oh, okay. Yes. Very good. Very good. So he just kind of looks confused. He thought you wanted to ask him something. But yeah.
Oh, he actually told me exactly what I wanted to know right there at the start. Like, so where is Balderi? Well,
it's only a theory.
He's not here. Yeah.
2 doors down, take a left.
It's only a theory. But yeah, he is there. So yeah, there's numerous people here, so you can inform this theory to the others. How do you proceed?
First off, find Outis, spot where he's drinking, grab one of my own, and I'm going to tell him how to find Balderi. Specifically in that, if he finds the right conspirators and uses the right words, here's how he can get them talking. And so I'm going to give him everything that I've picked up from Crazy Guy here. And just a brief lesson on this is how you use their lingo against them. This is how you get them to talk, and this is how you get them to think that you are one of them.
Ooh, I don't like the theory that guy's describing. That hits close to home.
Relax, we're travelers. We're not actually part of the hive mind.
Yeah.
And even if we were part of the hive mind, it still takes at least, a week and a half, 2 weeks before it actually kicks in. We're fine, as long as we don't stay here too long.
I mean, unless you've been that all along. Anyway, thank you. Okay.
Yes.
I guess I'll finish my drink, stare into the middle distance for a second, and then go conspiracy hunting.
Okay. Compel plus occult to make a connection.
Well, I do not have compel.
You do have occult.
Yeah. 8. Sweet.
All right. What call sign do you send out that gets a response?
I'm going to I'm going to sort of grasp at nothing for a minute, and then dig through my pockets and pull out my harmonica, which is inscribed with the word Summer Court.
Yes. And another person comes out with a violin with Winter Castle inscribed on it. And you know that person must be a fellow traveler of a conspiracy. So, yes.
That's not weird.
Yeah. Hello, fellow traveler. Hello, brother. How are you?
I continue as I am until I don't anymore, I suppose. I'm looking for Balderi and for information about the detection and binding of infovores.
Oh, you don't need him. You don't need him at all.
Well, I mean, I read his weird pamphlet. It was at least interesting.
Yes, an amateur in the subject, but we of course are more expert here. We're good that you came, brother. We can provide the tome to you for a simple favor, of course.
Mm-hmm.
There is one among us who knows too much. He must be silenced.
I don't really. I mean, I don't know if you. I'm pretty wiry. I'm not that great at assassinating people.
He's wiry.
You came with others. We're
Oh, that's adorable. You're not that good at assassinating people. Did you forget? No.
But you know, for our great cause that you believe in and swore with your life to protect, of course, brother.
Yeah, definitely did that. Mm-hmm.
Yes, that you would be willing to kill this traitor.
So who are we? Who are we looking for?
Oh, yes, he stays at the unnamed pub that you were drinking at earlier in the upstairs room. He goes by the name Baldari.
Okay. Well, I mean, that makes sense.
Yes.
As much as anything.
Eliminate him, and I'll provide you the tome.
Can you prove to me that you have the tome?
Ah, yes. Here. He takes out a metal tome with metal pages. And in this is this is actually a meta infovore itself. It is actually, it looks like a book, but it is actually a creature, and it mimics the appearance of a tome of incredible knowledge. When you open it, it creates a siren's call of information that will do nothing but lure an infovore. They're extra dimensional, so they're quite.
Oh, so it's bait.
Yes, but here's in the trick. You see this? He shows up a flimsy bookmark. When the infovore is near, put this binding. Well, it's a very special bookmark. Put this bookmark in the book, and this will paralyze the meta infovore, and more importantly, bind the infovore to the bookmark. Thus, you have great leverage over it.
So don't lose the bookmark, I suppose.
Don't lose the bookmark. By every possible means, do not lose this bookmark. You will be branded a traitor if you lose this bookmark.
Oh, yeah, no, that would be bad.
Yes.
Don't like being a traitor.
Yes, and of course we use this, so we can get rid of information of things we don't want anyone to know, of course. So whatever secrets, then you must take this to a tree in which a infamous person has been hanged, and our other members of our fraternal organization that we both belong to and have branding marks on our bodies that we could show to each other to prove our truth. But of course, I trust you, and I don't need such proof because I can see it in your eyes that you are a faithful member. You will put the book, the infovore, meta infovore, in there, and the bookmark, of course, so our other members of our conspiracy can, shall we say, use the book to destroy information, so to speak.
Indeed. Okay, so where do I meet you after we kill that guy?
We can never meet again. We may have been seen together. Thus, I will.
Okay,
oh yes, you'll want the book. Oh yeah. Okay, so come back right here after you kill Balder. Well, eliminate, silence him. I didn't say kill. That would be untowards. As long as you silence or eliminate him, get rid of him as a problem, then I will be here. I'll just be right here, and I'll just wait for you because you can just go right up into his room, and there's a window. You throw the body out in there. Go drag it to the corpse market. Just smash up the face a bit so no one recognizes him, or cut the head off, and maybe throw the head into the sewage pipe. The sewage, canal. It's not really a pipe. It's open air, so it's not a pipe, is it? It's kind of a half pipe.
Well, I mean, what would it be? An aqueduct?
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like that's a wrong word to say when it's it's a sewage duct.
I mean, a percentage of the sewage is water.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Anyways, you can throw the head in there. Anyways, I shouldn't tell you how to do your job. Anyways. Just come back here. I'll be
all right.
I'll right here. Right here.
Right here.
Right there. Right here. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll see you.
Yeah. Good talking to you.
Just casual murder. That's all. It's cool.
Going back to the bar.
You can tell your friends.
Yeah. So I guess so I found a guy. Weird guy. He has like a book-like object that I kind of need. And he wants us to silence or eliminate the guy who wrote that pamphlet that I read before, who is apparently right upstairs.
Oh, well, that's good. You were looking for that guy.
I mean, yeah.
So you can have a nice little chit chat.
Yeah.
And then if you find out that that guy is a little bit on the crazy side, we
I don't know if there's anyone here who's not crazy. It's my current hypothesis.
Well, it is a town full of conspiracists. So look, here's the deal. Talk to him, pump him for information, get everything out of him that you need. And then if you find out that we absolutely have to get more information than he has available, you say the word. I will unalive him.
I mean, technically, he just said we had to silence him. So, although he did then very, very visibly, like in a very visual way, describe the disposal of a corpse. So maybe he didn't mean silence. Maybe he just meant kill. I don't know. That seems
that's
seems
generally
easy to
the way that this
misunderstand.
works. I mean, look, there's no misunderstanding here. He wants that man to not breathe anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
seems to be
as I said, we figure out which of the two to double cross.
Yeah,
we're going to talk to the guy. We're going to find out the information that you need, or I unalive him. You present his head to the guy. You get the book thing. Bob's your uncle. Off we go, and everything is good.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Now,
right, I guess I'll go upstairs and talk to the guy.
There is one other wrinkle that I do have to mention. In my deep meditation with the druids, they said that we were going to meet someone today. Someone soon, actually. So it could be today, it could be tomorrow, but I believe that it would have been today because this is the place for it. That was an agent of, what was that name?
Oh, is it Zeradoth? Zeradoth, isn't it?
It's, yes. So somewhere there is an agent of Zeradoth. And so one or both of these gentlemen might be that agent. Now, I don't want to make you paranoid.
Well,
or more paranoid than you normally are.
I mean,
but,
I'm partially invented, so maybe it's just how I'm written.
There is that, but I just wanted you to be aware.
Wait, do you read Sutter Kane?
Not lately.
Throw something at
the
Rakk.
color blue, though. All right, well, hooray, paranoia! I want to go talk to the guy who wrote the crazy pamphlet and see if we're going to kill him.
Okay. Right, and I'm going to hang out. I'm going to be right outside the window, and if you need him dead, you know the word, correct?
Is it Nagahide? I thought that was the safe word, not the murder word.
Well, you know what? Just for you, we can make it both today. If I will make you safe through murder, so Nagahide.
Yeah, that scans. Yeah,
murder.
It's what we do. It's our friendship, really. I mean,
no, that seems counterintuitive.
Well, nothing ventured. I'm heading upstairs.
All right, there's a door,
and I'm heading up the outside of the building stealthily.
Okay. Do you knock? Or you just,
yes. No, I'm knocking.
Okay. It opens as you knock. It was ajar.
Oh no.
It is lit by a single candle inside.
Hello?
You open the you hear a voice from, are you an assassin?
I mean, not professionally.
No. You're a clerk. You're an errand boy sent by a grocery clerk.
To collect a bill.
I saw that. I heard that. In a hallucination.
Somewhere.
Which I believe it was from a play in another universe.
Oh, that's always a good sign.
Yes.
You know what? I'm not going to ask what color that play is associated with. Hey, are you Baldari? I read your pamphlet.
Yes and no.
Oh.
Have you ever woken up and realized you weren't real?
I mean, not for a while.
You realize you like the memories you have aren't real. You're not as old as you think you are.
Yeah. No, that's a familiar tale. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, see, I got a thing and everything. Like, point at the weird, like, I don't know, thing that's in the back of my neck. It's like, yeah, I'm tethered to something beyond time and space because, that's why I failed out of school. I realized that there was no point because I didn't exist. But anyway, that's all me. I'm Outis, by the way. Nice to meet you. So are you... do you call yourself Baldari still, or did you decide to change your name? Because I thought about that for a while, but then I thought it would probably just depress me more.
I realized last week that I'm not Baldari, that I was created from the heart. I'm like a meat puppet. I have free will, but I'm not real. I was made by the heart to fulfill his goals of having extra hands and eyes to research all these things that he's researching. I realized it's a cycle, and he's going to do it again. He's going to burn the town down and kill everyone.
Like, all right, like this town in specific, or
yeah. There's been more than one Ghorryn. This is not the first one. This will not be the last. So
that sucks.
Yeah, I was thinking about like trying to escape and go somewhere, so I don't have to be part of that.
Yeah, I think someone definitely knows that you're thinking that.
Oh no! Yeah, I did. I may have gotten really drunk and screamed it at someone. I thought that was a drunken hallucination. Yeah.
Well, look, I'm gonna level with you, because I'm dumb enough to immediately trust you because you have a story that's very similar to mine. But the guy was offering me like an infovore bait thing to try to silence / eliminate you, and that's not really a thing I do. I'm more of a scholar / drug addict, and that's not really something I want to do. That sounds like a bummer. But maybe I could help you get out of town, and then we could just say that you're, we help you be gone in the way that you want, and hopefully you actually, you know what? I know something that might help you. Unless it didn't help me and it's actually made me worse, I'm not 100% sure. But if you can help me understand some more Infovore related shit, I can tell you a place that you can go that can help you find out what parts of you are you and what parts of you are invented by whoever made you. Then you can make your own decisions.
Oh, what's that place?
There's a door that I found and took home with me. There's a guy who was swallowed by my house who can let you in. Anyway, it's a long story.
Oh.
But I already have it set up, so I could tell you how to get there, and I could tell you what to tell the swallowed guy, and he can let you in, and you can find out what you find out.
Okay. Look,
it's a long journey from here, though. Okay. So
I do want to get far away from here. Look, there's a way you could fake my death. All you need is a corpse, and I can take my face off and put it on the corpse and take the corpse.
Oh, neat! So, is that like a magic thing, or are you just that desperate?
It's a magic thing.
Okay.
So, are you?
I was gonna say that's real metal if that's the extent that you're willing to go.
You wouldn't happen to have a friend perched outside that window waiting to assassinate me if things go south, right?
Yeah, because I didn't know what to expect. Okay. So
Well, tell your friend to. Well, you can't leave the room until until you throw a body out the window. They're watching the window.
Yeah, sure.
So
you and I can just hang out and chat, and if there happens to be someone at the window, they could maybe talk to the other folks that I'm with, and they could see about maybe finding a body.
Yes, like the corpse market right outside town.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And just make them like long, like about my height. I mean, all the bodies are gonna be about my height because they're all based on.
Now, really, I do have a question. If you'll pardon me for just asking a quick little thing. Mm-hmm. We really don't need the entire body. They just wanted proof of death in the form of a head. So the height really doesn't matter. We just need a head.
Yeah, I guess that'll work. Yeah. I mean, as long as the face is intact, I can take my face off and put it on the corpse and take their...
You can take your face off?
Yes.
That's so cool.
I can take any
Face waterfall.
Yeah, that's forbidden
Downstairs, you hear,
Face waterfall. No, we don't speak of him. He's legend.
So,
So meanwhile,
it's an
just writing
abomination.
quick note.
Okay, yeah. So you want to, like, we can chill out here. I can rant at you about Infovore stuff that I was thinking of since I read your pamphlet, and my friends can find ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm writing all of this in just, well, quick note. Rakk, go to body shop, pick up head, bring back. Don't care what you do with rest of body.
Hidoki.
XOXO vow.
All right.
Roll
And
it up.
send Skitters
Skitters.
down with it.
Yeah. Skitters, come here.
All right, Skitters delivers a note to you, Rakk, in the tavern as you're drinking with Garanhon, or at least hanging out with Garanhon.
Mm-hmm.
I assume Garanhon, you two are just hanging out in the tavern together.
yes, waiting. Although I had an issue with everything else, so I'm deciding not to drink. Probably for the best tonight.
Okay.
Look, I am going out of my way not to kill anyone.
Mm-hmm.
And we're repurposing a corpse that's already dead, so it's really like the opposite of killing someone.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
No,
giving a corpse purpose.
Okay.
And we are in a very real sense, we are unaliving this man because he is going to be leaving his life in this place, so there's no lie.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Also, I don't care about lying.
Rakk and Garanhon, you head to the corpse market, and there are kind of vendors there with carts full of bodies and cloaked necromancers and
Bring
mad
out your
scientists.
dead.
Yeah. Haggling and sizing up inventory, as it were. There's a merchant says, "Hello, stranger. What are you buying?"
Well, you have a fine selection of meat, I must say.
Oh, yes. Some of it
Rakk will do some personal shopping while he's there.
Some of it's vintage from the bunker, some of it's fresh, and some of it a bit spicy, shall we say. It's poison. They're poison.
Yes,
Why would you sell
indeed.
poison corpses?
Oh, all kinds of reasons there.
Well,
are you new? He must be new to this, isn't he?
like,
Yeah.
he dabbled in veganism for a while.
Oh, well, we all make our mistakes, don't we, stranger? But look at us now. Right on the right track, yes. And now, but what are you in the market for this fine day?
Well, I might, if you have a good-looking thigh there, I might take that. But I'm also in the mood for something specific.
Oh, just a thigh? Yes. Vintage or fresh? Fresh is going to cost. It has to travel, be packed in dry ice and all that. But you look like you could appreciate a vintage bit of meat.
I'm also looking for a head.
Oh, a head. Yes.
Well, a particular head.
Oh, well, we've got, well, I only have a couple just heads, but there are some bodies, of course. If you separate a body, that's going to be a little extra, because, otherwise it's a perfectly intact entire body. That's less valuable. I have to piece it out and all that.
Do I have a description of the head I'm looking for?
Yeah.
It could just be any head.
Just any head?
Yeah.
Well, no, Skitters is actually an artist, and drew some with some, some sort of liquid. You're not sure what exactly. But there's a
I don't ask.
Yeah.
Spider ink. What?
So
yeah, don't be so weird about it.
All right. So you have a reasonable look at the head, and there are unfortunately, if you want something close to it, it is going to be pricey. Now you can haggle once with a compel plus a cult or cursed. A compel plus a cursed is definitely a cursed.
I'll try to haggle one time.
All right.
Well, 7.
Okay. You can get a decent head. What kind of resources do you have right now?
Oh, I don't care which of you took it, but Outis did give up the occult dog tags, which is a D6.
So with the dog tags, and if you take D6 supplies, you can get a decent head.
You're willing to trade the dog tags?
Yes, he is.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Well, D6 dog tags, and you'll take D6.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Okay, so you're going to take it?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, because Garanhon could take it too. Or you could both split. I could just roll a D6 and you could split it, so you each take half. Garanhon, you want to pitch in?
I don't think I have anything. Oh, wait, I still have the shrooms, so.
No, he meant
This is
the
just
stress.
Yeah, it would just be stress to supplies.
Oh, stress.
You don't have to. You could just Rakk take it.
Rakk? How much supply stress do you have left?
I don't have any supply stress right now.
Okay, so I already have some right now. So yeah.
Okay, so Rakk takes it all.
Yep.
All right, just one.
One.
Yeah.
There we go. It's a top trick magic.
It's like I'll say just celebrate like you sold that at a high price. Laugh.
Be seen, you stranger.
I was like, why walk away with the head like the head and a thigh? Like, what a nice guy.
Yeah, the thigh is definitely a vintage one from the bunker. One of the walking wounded of the bunker. It's a bit funky smelling.
It's fine. There are ways to cook around that.
Yeah. You may probably make a fine jerky, and it's already salted because of all the chemical weapons they used. Yeah,
it's amazing what you can do with some salt.
Mm-hmm.
It smells very mustardy for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So Skitters comes back, skittering in with a large bundle in its web. You take it.
Oh, who's a good boy? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Daddy's got treats for you.
That's why if you are educated evil against the truth of 4 simultaneous days. Oh, wait, what were we doing?
I'll come in it's like, hey, got you ahead.
So the other Baldari turns his back to you for a bit. You hear a horrible, fleshy squelching sound.
That is so cool.
And he puts it down gingerly. Then another horribly pulling tank.
It's like music.
Yeah.
Fucking rules.
And he swaps his faces. So he says, "Look, I'll be heading to Derelictus forthwith. Thank you so much." Here's
Look, talk to Frederick. Tell him you're looking to go to the door in the cellar that's in the attic. He won't go inside, but he will show you where the spare key is. Because he was swallowed by the house, so he's dead and won't go in. He says.
That makes.
He's dead in all the ways we can understand it.
But yeah. So, and I mean, if there should be the kitchen's not super well stocked, but as long as you don't make a pit yourself, you can you make a sandwich or something. You just make it. We'll be back around eventually.
Yes, and by the way, avoid the canisters that say sugar, sweet beets, and cinnamon. You should don't go for anything out of any of those 3.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, good luck. Hopefully see you again later.
All right. So you take the head to your conspirator, quote unquote. He hands you the metal book and the bookmark. So, yeah. With that, you all can head out to Hang Station if you want. You've gotten what you need. So unless there's anything other business you want to do in Ghorryn?
Nah, this place is weird and paranoid.
Yeah, I mean, at least they're not trying to magically recruit us. But
no, that was gross.
I like that place is worse than the place full of conspirators.
I do not want to join your pyramid scheme. I'm not giving you my contact information. I just came here for the free lunch.
All right. It is only...
voice from the sky, I just hate to point this out to you, but you do realize that at least with these conspirators, we know exactly where they stand. Whereas those guys who are trying to use buttered scones are fucking evil.
And Valanth really is not one for the scones/scones.
All right.
I don't even know how they're supposed to pronounce them, but they still deign to put butter on them.
Yeah, it's a waste of butter if you ask me.
All right, so the way to Hang Station is a wild domain. It is you're going through a marshlands, heading to.
Actually,
yeah.
Ross,
Mm-hmm.
before we leave town,
Mm-hmm.
I do once per session get to see something useful with my hex eye.
Let's see here. Okay. You see you all at Hang Station. It is over a massive lake, an artificial lake, and you actually think this is in the near past, as there's some massive creature in the lake, but something erupts outside of the creature, something black and worm-like. As it
What could that
crawls
be?
on the land. So yeah.
Huh. Well, that could be anything.
So yeah, that is something useful.
Oh yeah. Do we want to make sure that spear's put together before we head out?
Well, no, it left that area. That's where it was born. Yeah. So you know that basically Hang Station was designed to allow travelers on the Pulse line to view one of the High Elves' crowning glories, a vast aquatic monster captured from the frozen seas far north and brought to Spire for the entertainment of the populace.
Oh, they shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, but something was inside that, and whatever
Had worms.
Yeah, the worm escaped from that thing, and the worm is very amphibious, not aquatic. So
I feel like maybe the High Elves in charge of the Spire should quit doing shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe.
You'd think, but they don't really. Just kind of,
Whatever, I'm sure it's fine. Anyway.
think of the Vermissian, so.
Yeah.
I keep saying things like that, but every time I do, they just say, no, that's a drow conspiracy. What are you even talking about?
all right, so this is only 6 delve, but the first 3 points are wild, and then the last 3 points are technology as you get into the station itself. So, so delve plus wild right now.
Okay. Let's see. In that case, Rakk, do you have wild?
Me? Yes, I do.
All right. If you want to help me on that, I can go ahead and make the delve checks, and then I can do that's like for 3, and then I can do the technology one on my own.
Sure,
Yeah,
it never hurts to help.
I can help you with the technology one too. Give you another
okay.
bonus.
All right. I'll go ahead and make my
It never
first
hurts.
roll.
I'm going to take a break this time.
Yeah, no, good delving though. You and Skitters, good team.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So first off, critical.
All right, so roll d8.
Okay. Watch die spot be die spot.
Wow!
Fucking called it.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll
Hurt.
again.
It hurts.
You just had to say
All
it,
right.
didn't you?
Yeah.
It was going to happen regardless, one way or the other. We
There's
knew.
a 1 for those
Oh,
of you.
now
who
when
know
you
who do.
taunt the dice bot,
Oh no! Fuck off! Because this has been with taunting,
Yeah,
without
die
taunting.
spot.
So this is no.
Dicebot has its own will.
All right. Are you still helping out on that, Rakk?
Hey, I'll still help.
Okay. All right. We'll try that again too. Oh, it's just a little bit further. Did make that a 6.
Okay. So this is going to be d6 blood stress to you both.
Okay.
You fall in and the water goes unexpectedly deep and something bites your legs for both of you. Your armor protects you against it. And,
Yep, it breaks it on my teeth.
Yeah,
It's teeth on
Outis,
my
do you
on my
have blood protection?
Yes, I
Oh,
do.
do I?
Okay. 2 points.
So I take 1.
Yep. So you're fine. You just take 1. So go ahead
break
and roll.
your teeth on my you break my teeth. Your teeth on my steel bones.
Yep. Go ahead and roll. See how much you get through.
Okay. No. Well, put the exclamation point. It should be able to know that, right? That's better.
There
All
we
right,
go.
so you just make it the rest of the way. So the rest, like I said, it started in the marshlands, but then it gets into the station itself. And you realize in order to make the communication that you need to do to the conductor, you actually have to go to one of the trains, which is suspended over the artificial lake. So you have to actually cross this bridge, which is rusting and unstable. The station rocks gently whenever anyone steps on it. There's always a chance the cables can snap and the delvers plummet into the depths below. You're like over a couple hundred feet above a massive artificial lake that had a massive sea monster in it. Of course, well, the waters are very still and dark now.
Oh yeah, I had a weird vision about this a minute ago.
Yeah,
it's fine.
The water used to be quite clear. At least it was in your vision there, Outis. So perhaps that the creature that was there has died, or is sick, or is bleeding out. Hard to say. But Outis, go ahead. Or sorry, not Outis. Garanhon. Go ahead and give me a discern plus technology check to see if you can understand the device to hook in and communicate with the conductor. You're here.
Yay! All right, so that's going to be 3d10. Yep, 9. Got that.
All right, you can turn it on.
It's like, oh yeah, this is just a general. It's like internal plug interface. So take that's like 3.5 millimeter jack out of my armor into your port.
So the PA systems crackle alive and says, and you hear all of you hear a ghostly voice, possibly distant yet clear.
It's just a radio.
It's only a model.
The voice says, I am the conductor. I have a warning. The train network is under attack. I have found the name of the being behind this. It is a powerful extra-dimensional demon. It is named Zaradoth. And I've learned how it wants to harm the train network. It wants to harness the entire power of the train network in order to affect its evil schemes. And it plans to do this. And that's when Outis's head, the back of his head, glows with a very strong,
like that.
Yeah, with a very strong light.
Oh wait, I can't see that anyway. It's the back of my head.
Yeah, it's the back of your head, but you can see the light around it, and there is a surge of energy. And the train, all the machinery, all the technology in the train, just short circuits. And the train starts swaying precipitously. Garahad, Outis just destroyed your ability to communicate with the conductor.
I didn't do shit!
Yep.
What did you do, Ray?
I just exist, alright? It's the dark power that created me that fucks things up. Everybody knows that.
Then why couldn't we give some warning?
I did what? I don't know what's going to happen.
It's like, can I possibly roll amend technology on this to see if I can get at least something working?
No, it's all destroyed. Like, it is 100% gone. Like, here's the thing. You all need to make a delve check to get to safety, like, individually, or someone needs to assist you and make 2 checks. This train does not look like it is going to be long for this world. Or Outis, you could try to tap into your master's power and try to shortcut home back to Derelictus at the halfway house through your own portal.
All the way back? That sounds dangerous. What does that involve?
Oh, that is going to be... it's not a matter if you take stress, it's how much stress you take.
Cool.
So I'm shifting to true form because spider legs and crawling up. And basically trying to find a way to make a web bridge for everybody else.
Okay. What do you want to roll for that, Valan?
I feel like this is mend plus... Would you accept Haven or Occult?
No, the domain is technology. It's where you're at. So this
okay.
But mend would definitely work. Yeah, I'd allow that.
All right.
So that's 2d10. Yeah, I will say that is d6 to fortune. as you try to make the web, and you are pushing your luck pretty strenuously. And you go over. You take 4 to fortune, and unfortunately, that is really bad for you. As let's see here.
Oh, that is my only 4, so I can just kind of wipe that out, and we're going to take some fortune fallout because you rolled a 1.
Let's see here. Things are going to get worse before they get better. Actually, no. I'm going to say... no, unlucky. Yeah, you're unlucky now. You cannot use fortune protection. That is ongoing. So, you definitely have some bad luck, so you cannot have fortune protection. Let's see here. Who wants to do something next?
Well, if I tried to send us home, what do I got to do for that?
Treat it like casting the spell. So make what kind of roll is that usually?
I mean, for my various ones, it's usually for Frenzy the Sky Court, it's evade plus occult.
I would allow delve plus occult if you have delve.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, hey, 10.
Okay.
Nice.
So
Nice.
you tap into it, and you're able.
Shouldn't have opened that door, asshole.
Yeah. So everyone, I'll let you choose the form of your destroyer. So everyone's going, because it's a 10, because it's critical, you only take D6 stress to one area. What area will choose how it impacts you. So I'll let you choose. So Outis, where does it hurt you? How what category?
I mean, it's me, so I'm gonna go with mind.
All right. So yeah, this is incredibly stressful. You also realize your master is directly opposed to your friend's quest, and
Fucking asshole.
yeah. So that's 2 to mind. What does that put you at?
2.
All right, you're fine. So Garanhon, where are you going to take the stress? I'm going to say if it's blood, it's going to be armor piercing.
It's going to be armor piercing? Okay, then I'm actually going to do this to mind then, because I don't have as much stress on that, and also because this is me trying to perceive a force that I have no recollection of whatsoever.
Yeah, it sucks.
That is 5. What is
Thanks.
Does that
Boo, I wanted the 5.
Yep. Which will give you mind fallout.
Ugh.
Yep.
That was quick.
Mm-hmm. Well, that happens. I mean...
See, it's a shame that I didn't cause this with my collateral ability, because then I would make a minor beat. Instead, I caused it by being a dipshit.
Then you're in good company, because we've all done that, so...
Let's see here. You react in a strange way that weirds out your friends. Tell us how. Any friendly character sees you do it marks D4 to mind.
God damn it.
I will say
Exploding mind spread.
I will say this only affects Outis. Outis is the only one who sees you do this.
Okay.
All right, what do you do?
So odd in a way. Because we are in the conductor's train, I am trying to rip off every particular sign that I can and stuff it and bolt it onto my own armor in a desperate act to preserve the memory of this place, since you destroyed it, and I keep looking at you, just saying, "You did this."
So, by the way, when Outis triggered his spell, it caused the train to start falling. So it's pitching over, falling into like hundreds of feet below to certain doom. And Outis, you see your friend just trying to loot the signs and looking at you,
Going in a weird mania, screaming that it's my fault.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's another 3 mind stress. Yeah, you're at 5, or you're at 3, I guess.
No, I'm at 5.
Yeah. So yeah. It's very stressful.
The comfortable amount of crazy. That's good.
Rakk,
Yeah.
what stress do you want to take?
Mind as well.
All right, this is just very stressful for everyone.
Fucking with everyone's head.
2. What does that put you at? 2.
Oh, god damn it.
What does that put you in mind stress?
2.
Okay. So yeah, you're fine. Yeah, and then Valanth, where do you want to take it?
I'm going to take mine in Echo.
Okay.
Ooh.
That is going to be 6 Echo. What does that put you
Fuck.
at?
That's going to put me at 8.
All right.
Uh-oh.
But there is,
Yeah.
well, first off, that's actually 2 things. First, I do have Echo protection, so instead of 6, it's going to be 5.
Okay.
So that'll actually put me at 7.
Okay.
And then second, I believe I have an ability that needs to be mentioned here. Crucible. Yeah, at any time, roll a d6. If it is equal to or under your current Echo stress, clear that much stress from Echo and roll with mastery on your next action.
Okay.
It's one of my core abilities. So I will do that as it's hitting.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, so you get to clear it, and you don't take anything.
Right. I get to roll with mastery on my next action.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that would put you at 7, so you're going to succeed no matter what you roll. If it's a d6.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And I'm going to clear 6, so that's going to put me down to 1.
Okay. Very good. So yeah, you purge your body of it. So every lands outside Derelictus. It has been weeks, since you've traveled, and unfortunately, you won't be able to rest because the other Baldari has taken over the house. It has become the halfway house is now a tavern.
What? Dick!
Yeah.
What the?
I want to talk to that guy because I still have the fucking. I literally own that house. He is a guest.
Well, that's not what he said when he got here.
Really? Because one of us has the deed.
Yeah. Well, that's something you'll have to prove. So that's
wave deed.
Yeah. And also, Garanhon, you realize your friend is plotting against you, whether he wants to or not. And Outis, you have the Infovore in hand, the Infovore tomb. Rakk, you need to craft your spear.
Let's go. It's going to be epic.
Yeah, it's going to be epic. And let's see this. Cool. And that's where we'll leave for this session. Questions, comments, suggestions. What you guys think?
That's
Good
good.
time.
That's great.
Yeah. Except for the
I'm gonna yell at that fucking guy though.
Yeah, weird. Your master didn't have your best interests in mind. The thing that made you is using you as a pawn. Weird how that worked out. Yeah. So with that, all right. Well, thank you all for listening, and we'll talk to you all later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.